Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Thanks for meeting with me and Rosie. We have an important meeting today. We finished our evaluations of 2023 performance. This is where you have not met Cloudflare expectations for performance. We've decided to part ways with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Without you having to say that.
No,
it just
I have
degrades
to.
that.
No, I disagree with you. No, it's because when you overstate the obvious, it needs to be stated. No,
Okay. All right. Sure. Anyways, Team Brittany Peach. Sorry, you're getting upset. You're getting upset
because you're trying to paint me as a villain.
Hey guys, I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave. Welcome back to the Rude Customers Podcast.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Another beautiful morning.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. It's a wonderful Tuesday here in the Haven.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I'm alive, so.
We're alive, and that's a beautiful thing. You really can't complain. That's how you want to start your day.
But guess who is complaining though?
Oh, people. And I know where.
And there's this video.
Hotels.
Yeah, hotels. There's this video, and we're just gonna get right into it and watch it. Long story short, there was something wrong with this rude customer's booking. And this lady, the hotel clerk, team member, whatever you want to call her, front desk, receptionist, I don't know. Anyways, this employee looks so uncomfortable. It's really horrible to watch, but we're going to watch it, okay?
The context that I'm seeing is it looks like he made his reservation through a third-party site. Trivago,
that's never good.
A place like that, and it was double booked, which they do not cover a lot of those places unless you specifically pay for that, which he probably did not. I'm guessing because the option she gives him is cancellation or another location, and usually that's exactly why something like that happens. And he was not having it, and I feel really bad for this girl. I really do.
All right, let's watch.
So you gave my room to somebody?
No. Anyway, do you want me to cancel the reservation or do you want me to fax it somewhere else? Those are really the two things I could do other than else.
Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry. You are. You're angry. I'm not angry. So what do you want me to do, sir?
I like the room here that I had that you told me would be here.
We are booked here, sir. So either I can cancel your reservation or I can send it to a different location. What do you really want to do?
Did you purposely give my room away because you had an attitude with me earlier?
So, I don't have any malicious intent. I'm really just trying to do my job. So I can cancel your reservation or continue to a different location. What do you want to do?
I like your, I can find it.
No, thank you. I'm good. I'm trying
you're good. What was my question you thought?
I'm trying to help you.
You could help me by not having me to drive all the way out here.
So I can either cancel your reservation or continue to a different location. What choice would you like to make, sir? I'd like not to be recorded either, because that's really rude. I didn't give you my... No, I did not...
I'm being recorded right now.
No, but you're recording me.
Right now I'm being recorded.
I did not give you my...
I didn't give you my permission to be recorded either, but I'm being recorded as well.
This is a workspace.
Well, I'm a boss.
You're recording me on your personal device. I did not...
Ma'am, I'm going to show the branch supervisor what I just went through.
So
He's a boss. I think it's just important. Take a moment. He's a boss.
Huh?
He's a boss. She made a point that the reason why he's being recorded without his permission is because they're in a workspace. And he said, well, I'm a boss.
Oh, I did. Honestly, I was really distracted by how uncomfortable she looks. Like this is what I don't like too. This is a grown man. And he's sitting there arguing with this girl. She doesn't have any staff next to her because we know how these hotels go. Like, you know, after a certain time of the day, you cut down to one person. And, you know, this is hard to watch because I hate this. I could see she's very uncomfortable here.
Well, when you look right at the beginning of the video, she looks up to see, you can see that she looks up to see that she's being recorded. And he asks the question, did you give my room away? Mm-hmm. And you can see she's just over it. She's probably already answered this about 55 times at this point, and now she's got to deal with him recording.
So what I would do is, I'm like, here's what I would say in this situation. After this back and forth, we're gonna continue playing, but in this situation, real quick, what I would do is I would be like, okay, so these are your options, and I don't know. I feel like this is going to escalate, and I don't want to have to call the authorities, but I feel like I'm gonna have to call the authorities because we're just going back and forth, and I don't want this to escalate. That's what I would do, because what else? Like, come on.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, like, she doesn't have to do that, really. She's just giving him the two choices that he has, and that should just be it.
Yeah. Or just don't leave. That's another choice. Just leave.
Well, that's it. Cancellation or send to another location.
Yeah.
Those are your options. You're leaving one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's true.
There's no option to stay.
Anyway, I can send you to a different location or I can cancel your reservation. What choice you want to make, sir?
What is this other place that you're trying to send me to?
So we have a couple locations. Eden Prairie on Valley View Road, and then there's Eden Prairie on Technology. There's these. Do you want me to fax you over to a different location, or do you want me to cancel your reservation? We have not charged you since you had made the reservation with a third party. You would have to call Priceline, Expedia, whichever one that you had made the reservation with.
Let's do Egan North, please.
Egan North. Okay, so when you get to the location, you can call, and then I'll just fax it over. Other than that,
Why don't we call now to see if they even have a opening, please? Please.
I'm trying to help you, and you're being rude. I'm not asking.
Did you
say,
wait? I know. Did you say you call the police on me?
And just stop doing what you're doing. I'm trying to give you a room. Don't be rude.
Why does it always have to be us, huh?
Whoa. What do you mean by that last frickin' statement?
Well, because if he's black,
That's what I'm saying.
he's saying, "Why does?" Oh, I know that statement pretty
Yeah,
well.
I know that statement too. That's
Why
a
is it
pretty-
always gotta be us?
That's some. Damn. That's an unnecessary ass thing to say after all that. I know. I'm just saying. Damn.
After this,
Damn, dude.
Look, it's actually a pretty common thing a lot of black folks
Yeah, but
say.
to put it on all of that, right? Like go through this whole rigmarole, right? And then you're gonna go and throw
Look,
race
black
thing at
people.
the end
So
of
black
it?
people say the same thing when they go into a black-owned restaurant, Jamaican restaurant, and they've waited like over an hour, sometimes maybe 2 hours for their oxtail, and then they always be like, "Why it gotta be us? Why it always gotta be?" That's why you don't see enough white people walking into Jamaican stores, because it takes forever. Not to come for the Jamaican people because I'm Jamaican, but you know, like the black folks. I mean,
I always just get her to it as island time. Everyone's on island time.
Island
Jamaicans
time.
are on island time.
Oh gosh.
That's all I ever hear it as. But damn, why is it always got to be us? I'm like, oof. That's an unnecessary punch to this girl. I feel like,
It was because I felt like that statement would have been, he could have said that if she was like trying to fight over the counter and trying to be, she was honestly very, very professional.
Very.
So he was just, to me, that statement should be directed towards him. Why
It's just
should,
very baity. It's very.
he was trying to
be.
bait her.
And
it didn't work. It's like what
the
he-
hell?
He wanted her to act out. That's what he wanted, and he didn't get that. So really that statement should have been towards him, because he's the one who wanted to see that from her and didn't. He wanted so badly to. You know what's very weird to me? Obviously that video is super edited because we don't hear the reason why she said she's going to call the police, but we hear him respond, right? So there's clearly something wrong with this video anyways. Like we only see, it's clearly one-sided. We don't see what he said to her before pressing that record button. So I'm going to go just on basis of what I'm seeing. I'm going to go with this professional employee. This is a rude customer, and I would no longer be helping him. You can find your own hotel. We're going to cancel the reservation, and that's that, because you're being rude. You're not cooperating with me. You are bullying me, teasing me, harassing me in the process of me assisting you. So you know what? Find your own hotel. And if you don't leave the premises, I will be forced to call the authorities, and then you can take it up with them.
I think that's exactly what she said to him. In that, I think you just nailed what she said in that little snippet. Mm-hmm. That's the whatever's missing, because she even says after that, she goes, "I'm trying to give you a room. Mm-hmm. Don't be rude."
Yeah.
Like, I think that's exactly what was said.
And he's literally still trying to bait her.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, even before the last thing, he was still trying to get reactions and responses. Like, "You gonna call the police on me?" He did every trick in the book, and she kept her cool. Mm-hmm. She may have had a little lip on her face. She might have been a little huffy puffy about it, but I mean, I don't blame her. She didn't do anything out of pocket. I don't think she did. And I only say that just because you got to play a little devil's advocate in these situations, even slightly. Just for fairness, but she was completely in the right. She was fine. I don't think she did anything wrong there. This guy was, and since we're trying to always be understanding, it sucks to have your reservations canceled. It sucks, but it's not her fault.
And
she
you
even
already
tried to blame her at one
I
point.
know, and you already know that when you use services like Priceline, Expedia, they lie to you. I remember, like, my mom and I, we went to Chicago. No, not Chicago. Boston. We went to Boston, and long story short, she went through Priceline. I wasn't trying to pay like $400 for a room for one night, and she got it cheaper. They said that we were supposed to get complimentary wine, all that. We did not get. We walked to the hotel. They were like, "What?" They laughed at us. They were like, "There's a liquor store across the street," but yeah. So, you just get what you pay for. That's the reality when you go through these third parties who just want your money. So, yeah. That's your fault, dude. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. You know what you're signing up for when you sign up for it. So. Yep.
And if you don't know, now you know.
All right. Well, speaking of, actually knowing, not knowing. Speaking of knowing, we have an employee. This is a famous video that's been shared around TikTok everywhere, and she is getting laid off.
Oh.
Yeah, so she records, her name was Brittany Peach. She recorded her whole entire Zoom meeting of her getting laid off. And they the reason why this video is so popular is because the TikTok world is split. Some people believe that, this is just what happens in corporate. This is, your normal thing at the end of the season or quarter. If you're not performing well in sales and yada, 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 you get let go. And then other people are like, they tried to fire her, but couldn't give her an exact explanation or reason to why she was getting fired. So let's just watch. It's very popular. And the rude people here today, in my opinion, I did not see the whole video, which is why we're watching it, but the rude people would have to be, I think, the employers here.
Layoffs are never fun. Mm-hmm. Layoffs are never fun, and there's really no easy way to do it. But these seasonal mass layoffs, which is probably what we're seeing considering it's a Zoom meeting, it's hard to. Sometimes you're not going to get reasons. Let's see. This should be interesting.
Hey, Brittany.
Hi.
Yes, I'm so sorry. My name's Rosie. I'm just joining the call. Nice to meet you. I'm on the HR team.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Thanks for meeting with me and Rosie. We have an important meeting today. We finished our evaluations of 2023 performance. This is where you have not met Cloudflare expectations for performance. We've decided to part ways with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Sure.
So I started August 25th. I've been on a 3-month ramp, and then it was 3 weeks of December, and then a week of Christmas, and then here we are. I have had the highest activity amongst my team. Since I've started, I have had 3 contracts out, done a really great job managing my deals up until the very end that decided not to close last minute. So I don't think that makes a lot of sense for me in my Cloudflare journey here so far. Also, every single one-on-one I've had with my manager, every conversation I've had with him, he has been giving me nothing but, I am doing a great job, I have had great activity, I have really great meetings, I'm picking up the products very quickly, and things have been going really, really well. I make really great relationships with my clients. So I disagree that my performance hasn't been, I haven't met performance expectations, when I certainly have, just because I haven't closed anything officially.
I hear you.
Also,
Thank you.
why are you doing this and not my manager? We've never met, so this seems a little odd that my manager has no idea that this has been happening and the director has no idea that this has been happening. So I'm just definitely confused, and I would love an explanation that makes sense.
100%. Real quick, let me carve out the two threads. The latter of why I'm on this conversation, I'll put that one to the second half, and Rosie might be better to explain the process of who's giving this information in the prior piece, which is your feedback and notes about your performance. So let me add a little color context to that. So just for clarification, you are not being singled out in this. Your peers are also being collectively assessed on performance. This is a collective calibration for Cloudflare. So I just want to clarify that piece. I won't be able to add any kind of specifics on numbers or...
Wait, can you explain for me why Brittany Peach is getting let go?
I won't be able to go into specifics for numbers.
Wait, why though? I just started. I've been working extremely hard. Just because I haven't closed anything, that has nothing to do with my performance on a 3-month ramp with just 1 month with 2.
Okay.
Just say seniority next time. Just say seniority next time. Avoid all of this. Just say seniority.
Mm-hmm.
My God. I mean, I'm not even trying to be glib about it.
What?
Because there's no answer. She's got her ducks in a row. Now, whether or not the closing is important, that's on the bosses.
I think the closing is important because she just said, I didn't realize she hasn't closed anything.
She hasn't been there that long, so
No.
I'm like, I don't know if that matters overall.
It looks like it matters because she said that she's been on a 3-month ramp, whatever that means. So does that mean training? I don't know.
I don't know.
But then after that, she goes, because this was August. Yeah, we're in January. So it's got to be because she hasn't made any closings.
Yeah. It's just, then say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that was the case, he could have said it right there, ended the conversation.
But the problem is
She just wanna
that
argue.
you run into, I feel like you kind of run into a bit of a trouble when you say, oh, because you haven't made a closing, because then her argument could be, well, we were training for 3, it gives her an open, argument of
Which is what she wants.
Yeah. And so they can't go there. They can't get into details because then they have to justify, they have to go through their whole training model of how that works and what they need to improve
Back up
on.
their own numbers,
They
all
got to
this.
do all of that.
When I saw that the HR person was here with this guy, to me, I was like, okay, this is cut and dry. They're about to tell her seniority because honestly, that's the easiest way to go, especially if you have HR there. And you say something like this, seasonal hires and all that type of things around the holidays. Unfortunately, they always have to succumb to the type of evaluations that may not seem unfair to the subjective eye. But unfortunately, due to seniority and other factors in play, we are going to have to part ways with you. But we'd like to keep you on file and possibly hire you back during seasonal times if that is something you would like us to do. Boom. Have a nice day.
A big bucket of BS.
It's all big, wonderful, beautiful bucket of BS, but it's a drinkable bucket of BS.
But the way that
You can
she's
drink that
arguing
bucket.
as an employer, I probably would just keep her. The way that she, you know what I mean? Like the way that she's arguing, clearly she knows how to close something. You know what I mean? Like, so give her.
I love that you're like, you know what? You want arguers like that on your team. She's not going to give up.
It's
but
true
why can't
because,
she close? Then why can't she close?
It's been 3 months.
Come on, Brittany.
No, but Brittany
Close,
has it in her to
Brittany.
close.
No,
She has it
Brittany
in her.
has it in her not to get fired. Let's see if she.
No,
let's see if
stop
she closes
this.
deal.
Guys,
Let's find
this
out. Let's see
is a
if she-
sad situation, okay? We are not going to make a joke
Let's see if
out
she
of this
closes
situation.
this argument. Let's see if she gets her job
Obviously,
back.
she's not going to close this argument, Dave. You gave her the impossible, which I'm sure is what Cloudflare Fair, whatever the
Yeah.
heck this place is. It's hard. No one knows who you are. It's probably hard to make a sell.
You're
You know
just
why?
a number,
No,
Brittany.
and now thanks to Brittany Peach, no, every single time we hear of your company that we didn't even know existed, we will never use this company. Thanks to Brittany Peach. Yeah.
Apparently, we're not using this company.
Nope.
Thanks
we
to
don't
Brittany
know.
Peach.
We don't know who
I didn't
you
even know who
are.
they
I
were.
think they're security.
I didn't even know who they were.
But we're not using you. I hope no one uses you. I hope you actually lose a bunch of sales because you probably did. This is all over TikTok.
It is a big. It's split. You're saying so. Not everybody's.
But still, who wants to use this company? Even if even if the opinions are split, I'm not touching this company. Period.
Major holidays in the middle. I don't think that has anything to do with why I should be let go, if that makes sense. So I really need an answer and an explanation as to why Brittany Peach is getting let go, not why Cloudflare decided to hire too many people and are now actually realizing that they can't afford this many people and they're letting that go. If that's the real answer, I would rather just you tell me that instead of making up some bullshit and telling me that right before I lose my job from someone that I've never met before. If you can respect that.
Yeah, I can totally respect that. And I don't think Dom or myself today is going to give you any clarity or answers that's going to meet the expectations that you're communicating to us, Brittany. So I can't speak to.
So am I getting let go for no reason? If you guys can't give me a reason?
I'm happy to follow up with you separately to give you the data that was calibrated. I'll need to speak with revenue leadership specifically to see if we can get that for you. But Dom and
Can
I
you
did
share
not
that
have
with me
that
now?
in our meeting. I cannot share that with you right now, unfortunately. Yeah, it's understandable how you feel and your frustration. Cannot stress that enough.
I have been working extremely hard. I just knew that this meeting was coming after knowing what's been happening with my peers and how extremely frustrated and upset everyone is. I know you guys must not be able to understand that given in the positions that you are in, and it must be very easy for you to just have these little 10-minute, 15-minute meetings, tell someone that they're fired, completely wreck their whole life, and then that's it with no explanation. That's extremely traumatizing for people, if you can imagine that. And I don't think that this is, it's just very, very shocking. Very, very shocking. I've really given my whole energy and life over the last 4 months to this job. And to be let go for no reason is like a huge slap in the face from a company that I really wanted to believe in.
Can absolutely understand how you feel that way, why you feel that way. And I'll be honest with you, there's nothing that we're going to say in this call and the time that we have that's going to undo the way that you feel right in this moment. And I personally will do everything that I can to give you as much specific information as I can after this call. I can't make any promises. I understand where you're coming from. I can tell you that Dom and I do care. I understand the feeling that you have.
Real quick. The reason why and this is just me speaking from a little bit of mass firing experience that I do have. I think they're trying to knock these out. Now, she's already confirmed this because the reason why she's doing this video is because all of her friends and peers have already let her know that they've gotten this call already, what was coming. That's why she set up the camera. So she's taking a stand for the rest of the people. Whether or not she even wants, it doesn't matter. She's decided she's going to take a stand, and that's admirable. I do appreciate what she's trying to do. But there is some interesting things that come from this. But I think the reason why they're not going to give her specific details during this is because of how many calls they have to make. They got to fire an entire damn. And I feel bad for these two people as well because obviously they put together. That's their job.
I don't feel bad
they've
because
been put together randomly to fire a whole department. That's a hard job.
I
man.
don't feel bad because what this company did was they hired so many people just to pick out the ones that were making the closings, and then they fired everyone else. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, well, it's kind of holiday seasonal logic. You bring in as many people as you can to fill the need of the holiday seasons, and then who's ever in that top 10%, 5%, 20%, they keep their jobs. I feel that's a performance incentive. You know, if you know you're coming in during the holiday season, so yeah,
Well,
you're
then just
gonna
don't
bust
hire.
your
No,
ass.
don't hire. No, because they didn't advertise it as a seasonal position.
Well, that I don't know that, but
Come
I
on,
mean,
no.
if she got hired in August,
No.
the only
Dude.
reason why I said that was the 3-month ramp up part. When she said 3-month ramp up, if she was hired for a 3-month ramp up, if that means something, I don't know. That's what I'm
She
saying. I
wouldn't
don't know
be
that aspect.
saying I got hired in August. She wouldn't be doing this if she thought it was just a seasonal job.
No, I'm not saying she thought it was a seasonal job. I'm saying that could be their logic. They don't, and they may not necessarily be advertising that. And I don't know if they even have to. I'm just saying that might be what happened here. Because especially in a security time, that is when there's going to be a huge ramp, because October is when the financial year changes over. October 21st is when the financial season changes over. So they're going to hire in August to meet that demand of when all of the security agencies are going to be buying their new stuff. So to me, the time frame makes perfect sense of what happens. Now, everything else is arbitrary, whether or not she met the expectations or she was in that 5%, 10%, whatever. This whole department's getting fired. So the only thing that I'm speaking to is why the calls are supposed to be brief. That's why there's 2 people here. I think that's the explanation of it. Why it's not personal. Why it's not her manager. Her manager's probably being fired too, by the way.
Yeah.
The whole department's being fired. So that's why I feel bad for these 2, because they're having to be put
How did
together.
you find a way to feel bad for the firers?
Because everyone's got a shitty
You found
ass
a
job.
bad to feel. You found
Well,
a way
just
to
a little
feel
bit.
bad
Just
for
a
the
little
people
bit.
that fired and still have their
We'll listen
jobs.
to them. We'll listen to them. They got no answers. That's why I feel bad for them, because they have no answers.
I
They
don't
just
feel
have
bad
to.
for
They
them.
just have to take.
They chose the job to
it
fire
sucks.
people, so I don't feel bad for them at all.
Sure, but HR sucks. It's a terrible job. Sometimes there's some good things you do in HR as well. But I'm just saying, I'm not saying, hey, they're okay people. What I'm saying is, this is a tough job, and they got to fire an entire department. She's asking a question. I'm giving her the answer of why I think, and I don't know why they're not giving her that answer. Especially now that she just gave them the information that she knows that the cat's out of the bag, that everybody knows. That's why she's filming this in the first place. I'm just saying that's got to be the answer. They're not going to give her any personal information. That's why this isn't a personal call. It's why there's no one personal to her in the call. She asked that specific question. That's why I think it's happening.
All right, well, I'm gonna press play.
Play it up.
right now, and I can't change that. So I'll just be honest.
But why
with you.
can't, you guys have still not given me a reason why I'm being let go. Despite constant positive praise from my manager, great meetings that I'm having, the amount of activity that I have has all been positive. I have not received any negative inclination. I have not been put on a performance improvement plan, nothing. So,
And I cannot speak to what your manager has communicated to you directly.
but that
You
should
are
be
being
the
let go
indication of,
for performance based on your attainment and leading indicators of data. That is the rationale.
but I've been here for only a month after ramping, and that was during a holiday. So I don't understand can you explain what those performance metrics are? Or is that just like a vague term to give to everyone that you're speaking to today?
I'll say that the performance indicators and performance metrics are, we're not able to go into specifics, and there's no situation where we will be able to go into
Do you guys
specifics.
even know like why, like who you're talking to each day? Like every single 10, 15 minutes, do you guys even know who you're talking to? Like why you're letting these people go when you don't even understand like the kind of work and everything that they've put in?
I hear you and what you're saying.
It just doesn't make any sense that you guys have still not been able to give me a reason why I'm being let go.
Just from a process perspective, your questions are valid. This isn't going to be the forum and the situation where we're able to go into the detail that you're looking for.
But then when? If it's not right as I'm getting fired, it's certainly not going to be after when I'm no longer part of the company.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything we can say in this moment or today, Brittany, that's going to change the way that you feel. And it's understandable. I'm taking notes and feedback, and we'll circle back.
Yeah, I know you did that for Nestle too, but that's
of the meeting. It's not going to change the outcome of the situation today. So it may be best if I do get into more of the specifics of what the next steps are. because I think it's clear that you have questions that we cannot give answers to. And if you'd be open to it, I'd love to move into what the next steps are so that you're not any further blindsided than you already feel.
Okay.
Thank you, Dom. Okay, and I'm really sorry that you're having this experience and feeling this way. One of the things that we want to confirm is your personal email address, because that's where all.
So a couple quick thoughts.
Real quick, someone found Dom, who's like a Nepo baby. He's so basically he's the second richest man in Utah apparently, and it's his company. And so Dom was on there because it's it's like CEO or his company.
So he's taking responsibility.
Huh?
He's being there for it. He's taking responsibility.
So, but people were just going in on this dude, Dom.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. Like, I understand the upsetness.
Mm-hmm.
I do. But I've been fired. And here's what happens. You get fired, and then there's no personal reasons as to why in the moment because they're trying to get you out the door. And then you come back and you sign your termination paperwork. And you have, and you're able to grievance. You're able to file anything you want with HR. You have your moment for that. Mm-hmm. And every corporate has that structure. So I'm a little confused no, I'm not confused. I know exactly why she's doing it. I totally get it. She's the last in line. Yeah. Everybody already came to her. She's emotionally charged up and she's getting fired. I get it. But these two are trying to do a job as well. Look, they got to do this. Unfortunately, they got to do this about 20 more times today, too. They're not going to give her that information that she wants. They can't. They have to. They got to go to the next steps.
They should.
They can't, I think they have to fire an entire department, I think. It's the only reason that I can think of why they're trying to move it along.
Of course, let's find a reason for them.
Well, no, because I think you're better served because what are you going to. They keep telling you. Nothing is going to change this in the moment. We can't really do anything for you. So if you want to keep speaking, let us give you a forum where you can actually do something with your words where they'll mean something. Because they're telling her, unfortunately, because of what we have to do today, it can't mean anything here. This is not the forum. And I understand that. I don't like it. It sucks.
Okay, well, either way, I'm not going to find a reason to feel sorry for them.
I'm just this is a crap situation.
Yeah, it's a crap situation for Brittany Peach. And I hope that Brittany ends up, I hope she has a new job now. I hope this video has done amazing. I hope this video opens up doors for her, gives her amazing opportunities. I hope nothing, but obviously she received a bunch of negative comments, but I hope she's really benefiting in a positive way from making this video, sharing this video with us.
Now there are going to be some employers who aren't going to like this.
Of course, I know. She's had a follow up explaining how people came to her and said that no employer is going to hire you now.
There is the aspect that you have to think about when you talk about social media stuff and you decide, look, I respect that she's being that person to stand up for her colleagues. Everybody, I totally do. But
Brittany's response is, I don't want to work for an employer that would have a problem with me making this video. That's her response.
Oh, that's the only response she can't have because she's being convicted. She's a convicted person. And I like that. You should have conviction. And when you make a stand
I'm Team Brittany Peach.
I'm absolutely. What are you talking about? Don't stop that. I am Team Brittany Peach. I'm saying, but it doesn't matter how much I believe in the cause. There's going to be consequences for your actions.
I just told you what she said. She said that she don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Because what else can you say? She's being convicted.
But you're saying what else can you say? It kind of just
if she says anything else, then she's not being convicted in her stance. What are you talking about? No,
it degrades it a little bit when you say she has no choice but to say that.
No, because if she doesn't say that, she's full of. She's not being convicted in her words.
I'm just saying she could say that without you having to say that.
No, I have to. No, I disagree with you. No. It's because when you overstate the obvious, it needs to be stated. No.
Okay. All right. Sure. Anyways, Team Brittany Peach. Sorry, you're getting upset. You're getting upset
because you're trying to paint me as a villain. Because you're trying to paint me as a villain. I have nothing. I'm being sympathetic towards Brittany.
Okay.
I feel bad for her. I just feel bad for the other people involved too.
Okay. I won't say my honest opinions about the situation.
I feel bad for everyone involved here too. All I'm saying is it was an overstated of the obvious situation. All I said was she had to do that because if she doesn't, she's full of shit. She's not convicted in her words. So that's the only thing she can say because what else can you say? No, please hire me anyway. No, because then she looks like a coward.
All right, so if you could say all that, then I can say how I feel. You know what I mean?
Well, what do you feel?
I feel like it's unnecessary to add in, oh, well, she has no other choice but to say that. Because now it makes it seem...
It was unnecessary. The other phrase was unnecessary too then. Because it was an obvious thing. That's what they said.
All right, well... Anyways, Team Brittany Peach, I hope that she gets nothing but positive opportunities and benefits from sharing that video with TikTok and social media and the world. I do hope that although there are going to be some employers who would steer away from her, I do hope that there are more employers that are setting up to hire her. So, yeah. You seem upset.
Because that's exactly what I just said. Because there are going to be some employers that are going to want to hire you because of this, and there are going to be some employers who are not going to want to hire you because of
You
this.
want to chill? Do you still like me?
And that's why you have to be careful about what you decide to put out there. When you decide to be that moral compass, you might not get the reaction that you want. That was the only point I was trying to make.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm groovy.
Okay, cool. Are you groovy?
I'm super groovy.
Are we still friends after this? Stop looking at me.
Friends?
You know what I mean. Are we still cubby buddies? What is it called? What was it called? Cubbies when we were in kindergarten?
The cubby buddy.
Like cubbies. Remember when you would go into preschool or kindergarten and we all had cubbies where we would hang up our coats and our backpacks and stuff, and like your next cubby is your cubby buddy.
I don't think that's what we are.
I'm just trying to be funny.
You're my cubby buddy forever.
Guys. I'm gonna put all this in here because you really got mad at me just because I
Because
you got mad at me,
because I could
y'all.
not make a point without being
Now we have-
villainized. I'm trying to make a point, and then she has to stop me to villainize my point. I'm like, man, can I make a point without being the villain? It's bad enough I'm the older man here who's gonna look like I'm always cheering on the business. It's bad look. It's not the case. I feel bad for this woman, but I am not gonna be the guy.
I didn't even say that. I wasn't even thinking.
That's the mindset. That's what they're gonna be thinking when you constantly villainize me for my thoughts on me.
Oh, yo,
I'm
okay,
trying
so
to be nice
now
to the people that have to fire folks for a living. 'Cause that's a hard job.
we have a poll question. Who is right? Do you think Dave was right, or do you think Blossom was right?
On
That's
what?
the poll question.
They don't even know on what in general.
Just in general, like, do you think that could I have stated my opinion? The poll question, should Dave have gotten upset? That's the poll question. Should Dave have gotten upset? He doesn't upload it. I upload it, so he won't.
We're
Go
not
ahead.
leaving this all in. No way. Why?
Leaving it all in 100%.
She got me mad. She knows
Chef's
it.
kiss,
She got me
100%.
mad.
That's
She
why I
knows
sang
it.
in here.
She got me to tilt. She knows it.
I didn't get you to tilt. You did it all by yourself. I was just being myself. Anyways,
No responsibility. No responsibility.
thank you guys for watching and listening.
Thank you guys for joining us for the final Rude Customers podcast. I hope you enjoyed our run.
What?
Make sure you like, subscribe, and support everywhere. We will see you tomorrow for another smooth episode of All Those Rude Customers.
Bye.